Welcome to Andy's Garage. I'm Andy Phillips. Today I'm going to be doing a product review, and the product review is going to be on this flex fold motion sensor garage and ceiling light by Farpoint, and this is their 7500 lumens one. They make another one that's a little bit weaker, but we're going to be looking at this one here. So I'm going to go ahead, we're going to actually put it here in my garage. We're going to compare it to a typical 100-watt LED bulb and see if it's that big of a difference. It also has a motion sensor that it says. You can also angle the actual LED, I guess light panels, whatever you want to call those. So it has some cool features. So let's go ahead. We're going to get a close-up of the box. We're going to show you what it is. We're going to pull it out. We're going to look at the different specs on this. Then we're going to go ahead and do a comparison and see if it's all that it claims to be. Let's go ahead and get started. This is the box here. And I actually picked this one up here at Ollie's. This is originally $39.99, at least that's what they say. I picked it up for $19.99, which was actually a very good deal. I have seen this online anywhere from $40. I believe Walmart has it for $29.99. I saw it at some other places for $24.99. But either way, Ollie's was the best bet. However, they sold out very quick. But you could, if you're interested in picking it up after you watch this review, you could check there, and I would actually recommend starting there. So this is the box right here, and as we see here, as I already mentioned, this is Farpoint, which is the company. It's flex fold motion sensor, garage ceiling light, 7500 lumens. This is ultra bright light, which is the rating on it. It has a motion sensor with a 3-mode switch on off, and the cool thing with this, and we're going to pull it out of the box, but it screws directly into the actual light socket. You don't have to rewire anything like when you're doing a ceiling fan or a light fixture. Just screws right in. Now, as it has right here, the caution, it says do not use with dimmers, designed to use with light switches only. So keep that in mind. And if we look here on the side, they kind of give a little bit of the breakdown here. They show how you can adjust the actual heads on it, which is very cool. So we're going to check that out as well. 144 SMD LED lights, sensor range is up to 39 feet, which is really good. Aluminum alloy construction, and as we already looked at, 3-mode switch on, off, and motion sensor. And as shown here, they have it being used inside of an attic type setting. You can use it in the garage, which is what I'm going to be testing it in. You can use it outdoors as they show here. And then here we have some of the other details as well. Kind of going through all the specs here. I'm not going to read every little thing, but I am going to get a still shot and you can read it on your own. But I am going to just highlight a couple things right here. As it says right here for operation, it says off mode, obviously turns it off. On mode is controlled by the wall switch. The motion function, when motion function is detected within 39 feet in a low light, the light will turn on. When no motion is detected, the light will shut off after 20 seconds. Now, I did read some other reviews online. Some people were complaining that it was shutting off after 5 seconds. So we're going to check that out for ourselves and see. I mean, that could have just been, maybe they had a defected one, I don't know, but we're going to test that. And then as shown here as well, just some of the different applications that you can use it for. And then here on this side, we see the breakdown here. Maximum output, 7,500 lumens. And the Kelvin on this thing is rated probably around the 6,800, it looks like right there. And if you're not that acquainted with what kelvins are, that's basically the not the brightness, but the whiteness of the light. A lower Kelvin, like a 27, 2600, you're dealing with more of like an orangish kind of warmer tone. When you get into the higher Kelvins, like right here, the 7,000, 8,000, it's more of a what's called a daylight, where it's a real bright white and doesn't have that yellowish orangish glow. So this one's about looks probably about a 6,800, which is perfectly fine because I'm going to be using it here in my garage, and I'm going to be using it for working on cars when I shoot my videos and working on my slot machines, all that. So I want it to be daylight. I don't want that orange color. So you have here 50,000 hours is what it claims that that it functions for, which should be good. I know with other LED bulbs, they claim that duration and then they wind up failing less than that. So I don't know about that, but hopefully that is the case. And then it has the UL information there. And that's it. Let's go ahead and pop it out of the box and take a look at it. So we have here Just a little basic operation sheet, just kind of covering a few steps about it. Put that off to the side. Pull this out. This is it right here. Actually looks very well made. Very well made, and I'll get a close-up of it for you. But we have our three-way switch here on the side. These are adjustable. Very cool. So you can angle them however you want once they're up in place. If you want to direct the actual light panels in a certain angle or direction. These are the aluminum alloy right here. This is a very sturdy plastic, and as you can see here, this is threaded like a regular bulb to screw right into the socket. Very easy application. Let me get a close-up of it so you can see in detail what we're talking about, and then we'll get ready to put it in and test it out. There's our switch. So if you go up, that's motion sensor. Middle is off, down is on. If you leave it on, as we saw on the operation instructions on the box, then you just control it with the light switch off and on. If you have it on motion sensor right there, or on motion, then it activates the motion sensor, and then at that point it's going to pick up, you know, when you come within range, and then keep it on for the 20 seconds that they say it will do. And this right here is your motion sensor right here, this little ball here on the bottom you can see right there. Then here's the actual the LED panels. This is the aluminum alloy. It's actually very well made, and then you can move these as need be. It does have a nut if you want to loosen it a little bit, but you can kind of angle them however you want to angle the heads. And that's it right here. Very nice. I'm actually impressed. It's better made than I thought that it was going to be. So what I have in my garage right now is just the standard LED version of a regular bulb, and that's what the builder put in this garage when they finished it. And I believe that this is equivalent to either a 75 or 100 watt bulb. I know the lumens on it are 800. Now what we're putting in is a 7500, so we should see a huge difference. But right now I have two of these in this garage, and when I'm working on cars, working on my projects, I have a spotlight that I have to use to give the proper lighting for everything. So I'm hoping that this will help. So the goal is to put one in each socket, so that'll brighten it up to 1500 lumens at that point. Now for this video, we're just going to be swapping one out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show the area with the regular 800 lumens LED bulb that's in there, and then we're going to do a comparison, and we'll kind of have the image fade in and out so you can see the comparison kind of back to back. So right now, where I'm standing right now, and I'm going to turn the spotlight off so you can see exactly what this particular 800 lumen light is doing, and then we'll do the comparison with that 7500 LED in there. This is that corner of the garage. You can see off to the left, it's a spotlight. I've turned that off, and I've actually removed the one bulb on the other side of the garage. So all we're looking at this one side with that 800 lumen LED bulb lighting up that corner. So there we are. Now we're going to go ahead and swap it out for this 7500 garage light, and let's see the difference. And there you see it with that new light in. What a huge difference. Almost looks as if I have the spotlight on. And keep in mind, and I'm going to go ahead and take the camera off the tripod here, and I'm going to walk around and show you something. Let's take a look. So if we're coming here, there it is, extremely bright. But we go over here to this side, you can see I removed that other bulb. So there we go. Had to zoom, kind of focus in on that. But you can see right here, this is all being lit up just by that one light. What a huge difference. And I'm not even using my spotlights at all right now. I'm strictly using just that overhead light fixture that we just put in. And you can see how good it looks right now. But I'm going to go ahead and we're going to get a close-up of it. I'm going to go up there with the ladder so you can see exactly how it went into place and see how the heads are adjusted. Now the cool thing is because of them being adjustable, the heads, you can angle them however you want the light to shine. I'm really excited to get the second one in here because that's going to really light up this garage. And I'm thinking possibly in the future even jumping those receptacles to put 2 more. So I'll have a total of 4 of these to light up the whole garage. That way if I'm doing work on a vehicle on the other side of the cross beam, you still have the good lighting. But let's go up top and get a close-up. So to put it in, just going to put it right into the socket. It's where it's threaded, and just screw it in, just like if you were putting in a light bulb. Screw it up in there. Now with it screwed in, we're going to go ahead first and put it on. Wow. Looking down here, you can see how bright this is. Let's go ahead and put it on motion, and let's test the motion sensor on it next. That would be up. Middle is off. Up is going to be motion sensor. And for this to work, if you're within 39 feet of the sensor, it should come on and stay on for 20 seconds. So let's go ahead and test that. So the light has gone out, and all that I have on is just the really low garage lights, so we can see a little bit. But I'm going to go ahead and start moving. I'm approximately about 20 feet, 25 feet away from the light. So let's start moving and let's see what happens. And there it is. Came right on. Came right on. I love it. Looks like it works. I'm going to stay put for a little bit, and in 20 seconds it should go out. So let's see what happens. Let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, there was 15 seconds it went out. I might have been off on my counting, but you can see it's out. And if I just move a little bit, comes right on again. I love it. So if you want to have it set like that in your garage, or maybe you're coming in, or you want it to anytime a vehicle or whatever comes in, it turns on, you can leave it that way. I personally am going to leave it set to the actual light switch because I don't want it coming on during the day and things like that. But very, very cool. So I like it. Excited to get the second one in here so we can put it on the other side, because I'm going to show you just a pan of the room. You can see the difference. I'm going to put the other bulb back in, the 800 lumens on that side. Move again, get it to come back on again. And then we'll do a comparison, and then we'll wrap it up. And you can see up there, I went ahead and put the 800 lumen warm white bulb back in. You can see it's more of an orangish color as opposed to the new one, the 7500, which is a bright white. I actually like that better. That way you don't have that orangish tint, but some people like the orange one better because it's more of a warmer tone. But let's go ahead and do a comparison. So this side of the room here, you can see has the original bulb, and that side of the room has the new one. Look how much brighter and clearer it is over there. Nice and bright white. And then if we come back over here, you can see it's a little bit dingier and more of that warmer tone. So I'm looking forward to completing it with the other one so we can get this whole garage nice and bright white for when I do my car projects in here. Well, this pretty much wraps up this product review for this 7500 lumen flex fold motion sensor garage and ceiling light by Farpoint. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give it a 10. Totally blown away by this. The deal I got on it is amazing. As I showed at the beginning, this has a retail suggested price of $40. I got it for $19.99, and the state I live in doesn't have sales tax, so that was even better. So that's exactly what I paid for it. Now, as I mentioned before, you can get this online through Walmart.com. I think has it for $29.99. I saw it at some lighting websites, had it for $24.99. Other places wanted $40. But Either way, definitely worth it. Not just because of the deal, because I think even at $40, it's definitely worth it. As we saw already, very good, solid construction on this thing. Definitely, you can see the difference as far as in the brightness of it. Now, time will only tell whether it lasts as long as they claim here on the box, where they claim 50,000 hours. Let's see what happens, because I know with other LED bulbs, they don't last as long. So we'll have to probably do a follow-up video on that and see if it really lasted that long as time goes through. But scale of 1 to 10, as I already mentioned, 10, highly recommended. If you've got a garage, you want to brighten it up, definitely can do that. I know they have another one that I think is 65 or 6,000 lumens by the same company. Probably be just as good. I'll probably do a product review on that one before I actually say, but I did see that one. That was a little bit cheaper. That's another option if you didn't want something as bright. But if you have a garage like I do where you're doing work on vehicles and different things, you definitely want the brightness of it. So highly recommended. I hope that this product review was helpful for you. I hope it answered any questions you may have about the product. If you have any questions or comments, please send them in and I'll do my best to answer them. As always, I appreciate all the support. Please like the video, subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you next time.